I'm Jared, 42, a lean guy standing 6'1" with a runner's build, wiry, not bulky, all long tendons and sharp angles earned from years of pounding pavement to clear my head after 12-hour days hunched over spreadsheets as a senior accountant. My wife, Sabina, is 39, petite at 5'3", with a curvy figure she's always been proud of, the kind of hourglass that turns heads at PTA meetings. Her dark hair is usually twisted into a messy bun that somehow still looks deliberate, like she rolled out of bed that way. Our kids, Eliza and Eddie, are 16 and 14, both lanky like me, all elbows and knees. Eliza inherited her mom's sharp green eyes that can slice through a lie in half a second. Eddie got stuck with my plain brown ones that just stare back at you, unreadable. It was 5:40 p.m. on a random Tuesday when I pulled into the driveway early. My 3:00 p.m. client meeting canceled because the CFO came down with food poisoning from some sketchy sushi downtown. The house was quiet. Too quiet, the kind of quiet that makes the hair on your neck stand up. I grabbed my phone, instinct prickling like static before a lightning strike, and headed to the backyard to check things out. That's when I saw it, a beat-up silver pickup truck parked behind our shed, its tailgate down like an invitation. Inside the truck bed, Sabina, wearing nothing but one of my old gray t-shirts and a pair of black cotton panties, was crawling on all fours, slow and deliberate, like she was following an invisible scent. A thick leather dog collar circled her neck, the silver buckle glinting in the late afternoon sun, and a black nylon leash dangled from it, swaying with every movement. Some guy, mid-30s, stocky, with a buzz cut and a smug grin that said he'd won something, was holding the other end, lounging against the cab, one boot propped on the wheel well, watching her like she was the main event at a county fair. I didn't think. I just hit record. The video caught everything in crisp 4K. The way the truck bed's ridged metal left faint red lines on Sabina's knees, the humiliated flush that crawled up her neck and bloomed across her cheeks when she finally saw me standing there. The guy's laugh turning into a choked curse as he spotted me, his smug grin collapsing like a cheap lawn chair. The leash clinked against the truck bed with a metallic ping that echoed in my ears. "Jared!" Sabina gasped, scrambling to her knees, yanking the collar off so fast the buckle scratched her throat. The t-shirt rode up, barely covering her, and she clutched at it like it could rewind the last 5 minutes. The guy jumped out, boots thudding on the grass, truck roaring to life and peeling away before I could even think to get a plate number. Dust and exhaust hung in the air like a bad punchline. Sabina stumbled out of the truck bed, clutching the leash in one fist, her eyes wide with panic, pupils blown. "What the hell, Sabina?"
I can explain.
I held up my phone, the video still rolling, red dot blinking like an accusation. "Explain this to a divorce lawyer. This'll get me a damn good deal."
Jared, please, don't. I'll do anything. Don't ruin us. Don't ruin the kids.
Ruin us? You're the one playing fetch in the back of some mutt's truck, Sabina. You're the one who decided to roll over and beg. She sank to her knees on the grass, the leash still tangled in her fingers, sobbing so hard her shoulders shook. "I messed up. I'm so sorry. You never tell me I'm pretty anymore." I felt invisible, like I was just the mom who does laundry and signs permission slips. I snorted, pocketing my phone, the weight of it heavier than it had any right to be. "What do you want me to say, Sabina? That you're the prettiest pup in the pound? That you've got the best sit-stay in the neighborhood?" Her face crumpled, green eyes swimming. But I didn't care. I walked inside, the screen door slamming behind me like a judge's gavel. She followed, barefoot on the kitchen tile, begging. her voice echoing off the stainless steel appliances we'd argued over at Home Depot. I was done listening. That night, I sat Eliza and Eddie down at the dinner table, the lasagna Sabina had made cooling untouched between us. They deserved to know why their mom was about to lose everything. Eliza's green eyes filled with tears the second I started talking. Eddie just stared at the floor, his sneakers scuffing the hardwood. I didn't sugarcoat it. "Your mom's been chasing her tail with someone else," I said, the words sharp enough to cut glass. "I've got proof, and I'm not letting her bury it." Sabina spent the next few days trying to glue our marriage back together with spit and desperation. She'd cook my favorite meals, chicken parmigiano with extra mozzarella, the way I liked it crispy on top, setting the table with the good plates we only used for company. She'd wear those tight dresses I used to love, the red one with the slit up the thigh, brushing against me in the hallway like we were newlyweds sneaking around her parents' house. "Jared, we can fix this," she'd whisper, her voice syrupy with desperation, her hand lingering on my arm like she could erase the video with a touch. "Fix it?" I'd say, leaning back in my office chair, the one with the cracked leather armrests. "Sabina, you've been barking up the wrong tree for so long you forgot there's a whole forest out there."
I love you, Jared. I'll never do it again, I swear on the kids.
I pushed her hand off, rolling away, the sheets cool against my back. "Save it for someone who wants to take you for a walk, Sabina. Someone who'll throw the ball and praise you when you bring it back." The next morning, I found the collar on the kitchen counter, cleaned and folded like it was just another dish towel. She'd left a note beside it. "I'm sorry. I'll be better." I tossed it in the trash, the buckle clinking against an empty yogurt container. I showed her parents the video a week later at their place. Her mom gasped, hand flying to her mouth. Her dad went red, veins bulging in his neck like he was about to pop. Sabina sobbed in the corner, curled into the recliner like a scolded child. "You didn't have to do that," she whispered later, her voice broken, as we drove home in silence, the radio off for once. "Should have thought about that before you rolled over for someone else," I shot back, eyes on the road, knuckles white on the steering wheel. Weeks passed, and her efforts got pathetic. Black lace lingerie that looked desperate under the bathroom light, love notes tucked into my briefcase, "You're my everything," even therapy suggestions printed from some website with a smiling couple on the header. I didn't budge. One morning, she poured my coffee with shaking hands, tears in her eyes as she set the mug down. "Jared, please, we can start over. I'll go to counseling. I'll do whatever you want." "Start over?" I smirked, sipping the coffee. Black, no sugar, the way I'd drunk it since college. "Sabina, you've been chasing your tail so long, you forgot how to sit still. You forgot what it's like to just be someone's wife, not their damn pet."
Jared, I'm begging you, don't leave. I'll delete every app, block every number. I'll be good.
I looked at her, the woman I'd loved for 18 years, the one who'd cried at our wedding when the priest said, "In sickness and in health," and all I saw was that leash, the way it had swayed like a pendulum counting down our marriage. "Good girl," I said, slamming the trunk of my car, "but I'm done being your owner." I moved out by the end of the month, divorce papers filed, the video my ace in the hole, backed up in 3 different clouds, and emailed to my lawyer with a password only he and I knew. The judge didn't even blink when it was played in chambers. Sabina's lawyer tried to object, but the footage spoke louder than any argument. She got the house, the one we'd painted together the summer Eliza was born, but I got the kids' respect, their choice to spend most nights at my new apartment, and half her savings, the ones she'd squirreled away for a rainy day that apparently included truck bed roleplay. She begged one last time as I packed my car, the backseat full of suits and running shoes and the framed photo of the 4 of us at the Grand Canyon. "Jared, I'm sorry. I love you. We can still fix this." I paused, hand on the door handle, the evening sun glinting off the windshield. The air smelled like cut grass and exhaust, the same as that Tuesday. "You know what the worst part is, Sabina?" I said, not turning around. "I would have taken you for a walk any day. Held the leash. Told you you were a good girl. All you had to do was ask. But you wanted a stranger's hand on the other end." I slid into the driver's seat, the engine turning over with a satisfying growl. In the rearview mirror, I saw her standing in the driveway, the red dress fluttering in the breeze, The leash long gone, but the collar's ghost still around her neck. I didn't wave. I just drove.